Welcome back to Make Your Mark, the podcast that helps artists break through the noise and define themselves in music. I'm Soul.
I'm Greg.
And today we got Don Turner of Seaside Massacre. How you doing today, brother?
What's up, brother? How you guys doing?
Chilling.
Real
Oh,
good.
that's right.
We
I know
out
that's
here.
right.
We back.
That's right, baby.
Yeah, we back in the stew. We doing it. We're doing it live. Dog. I feel like this has been a long time coming though. Like I've been talking to you forever, and you've been like since like the early episodes. You were like, dude, I really enjoy your podcast.
Yeah,
and I was
dude.
like, he's like
Appreciate
he's
that,
like he's like you and Soul are doing something really special. I enjoy it, so I appreciate you coming on, man. I know you're a fan of the podcast as well, so that's a kind of full circle moment, I imagine.
It is, dude. No,
so
it's
it's
cool.
like it's cool to be on it.
It's gonna be weird hearing my voice on the episode.
Yeah, like, a new episode came out. Wait, it's me.
Damn, gotta skip
yeah.
this one.
I want to make sure your voice is heard clearly, so make sure you don't get too far from the
Yeah,
mic.
I got you.
Just
Yeah.
a heads up.
Let me get in there.
Yeah, man. Well, I guess we could start it off. You know, like, when was Seaside Massacre actually like formed? Like,
So
when did it like actually start existing?
it's kind of a funny answer because we were a totally different band before we were Seaside Massacre, but it was all the same people, just totally different music. We used to be called Atomic Flounder. Shout out.
Word.
Shout out to SpongeBob for not suing us.
Okay.
But it was all the same people, and
Damn.
we played a show with Goat Whore and the Casualties at the Boardwalk, and it was like 2018 or something like that.
The Boardwalk in Santa Cruz? Oh, no, Santa Cruz.
The one over in Orangevale.
Okay.
Yeah,
I forgot about that place
yeah,
for
dude.
a second.
Chad used to hook us up with like the craziest shows, but he came to me after the show and he was like, "So I like what you guys got going on." Because we were starting to write heavier music. He's like, but the name's kind of crazy. He's like, Goat Whore and Atomic Flounder is kind of crazy. I was like, no, I feel you, bro. So we kind of went back to, square one. Because we were starting to write breakdowns and stuff. Beforehand, we were more of like a hardcore band or whatever.
Oh yeah,
I
that
don't
makes
really-
sense.
I don't really
actually.
know what we were going for, but we're just doing whatever we were doing. And we were like, what's like a cool name? And we're like, let's just rebrand to Seaside Massacre. So we put it up on our Facebook and we're like, is this a cool name? And everybody's like, hell yeah. It was so like 2019 coded. But,
I mean, great choice though.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, and that's what
Yeah, I
Chad said. He's
dig
like,
it.
I like it. I like this a lot
I
better.
dig it, yeah.
And so I guess I tell people 2019 is when Seaside started, but we've been a group since 2016. So
Okay.
Damn. So
Yeah.
yeah, you guys got some reps in and stuff. So
Oh,
it's
dude.
like, I mean, I imagine that there's so many different feelings now with you guys like signing on to Overshadow and like, being on an actual label and seeing like what that's like and like the op tempo. Like, let's dive into that. Like, how's that been?
dude, it's been sick, man. It's a dream come true, man.
Hell yeah.
I met Joe early last year. Actually, I think through you, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably
might
Joe and I
introduce
are
him,
always
but
together.
Joe's the boy.
Shout out Joe Ticky.
The GOAT. That episode was sick, by the way.
Oh, it's
Super
so,
fan, dude.
went viral with that dude.
yeah,
Talking
we-
about
his crazy
sleep
sleep token takes, dude.
Bro, his sleep token takes are wild.
he's crazy for that one, but yeah, dude, it was really cool, man. Got to talk to him at Titan Fest last year,
Yeah.
and just kind of went from there. Kind of worked together to see what we could build together. And now that we're finally signed and getting ready to do the thing, it's a dream come true, man. I'm stoked on it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, what's the like with like all the like the deliverables and stuff like that? Like, how different is that for you guys now? Like,
Dude,
with
it-
like everything, like seeing how much more is required of you when you're like signed, actually.
Dude, it's a step up for sure. It's I was trying to make sure I was prepared as possible, but you're never really there until you're there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what I like to say.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot more, but it's good. It's more work, and I like to be busy. So it's if whatever we need to do to go to the next level, I'm always stoked on that.
You're
so.
about the grind.
Exactly, 100%. You have to be in
good.
this life. You guys know that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Content is king.
Content is king.
Like, you gotta just constantly be putting out content. Like, that's something I've been doing a lot lately. So it's like I was like, damn, dude, you've just been like busy. I'm like, yeah, dude, fucking all over the place.
Road to 10K, baby.
That road to 10K is horrible.
It's like it's the same thing as like the road to like your first 1,000, a monthly listeners on Spotify though. That's how I
yeah.
feel about it.
Then you hit
kinda
that 10,000 and you're like, yeah, and then it
just
goes down and you're like,
boom,
no,
You're like, please stop. Please, I need you to go back up.
stay where it's making me happy.
I like the
That's-
number to be big.
That's an interesting point though, because when you shoot up to 10K, normally after you release something new, right? It's keeping the audience is a tricky game.
Oh, it's beyond
Because
tricky.
capturing all that attention when you have the momentum of something brand new that everybody's just like now starting to consume, but then making sure every single one of those people stays interested and wants to hear about the next release.
Yeah.
That's a constant grind, and like there's a lot of experimentation.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
yeah, I mean, what is Seaside Massacre sitting at right now?
As of this morning, we're just right under 3K.
Okay.
So-
And has that been consistent? Have you guys been like up and down a lot?
Dude,
Like-
we've been up and down like crazy. So we were sitting at like 1K for the longest time. We went on tour last year with Blackout.
Okay.
Put out First Blood in September. That got us up to right under 10K. It was like 9.8, something like that.
God, the edging
Dude,
sucked.
I know it was.
There
It
you
was
go.
edging. I was like,
I've been there. We were at 9,000. We were at 9,999, and I was like, I just need one.
just one more person, please, please. Yeah, but we got really, we got up there good, and then we didn't release consistently after that. So we went back down to like 4, 5, and then now it's to 3.
Yeah.
I think once we get our new song out next month, I don't know when this is gonna air. It might already be out.
April.
So it might already be out. But I'm hoping we can get back up there. But yeah, like it's hard to stay there, like you said. You can get to the dance, but it's all about staying at the dance, and that's a different ball game, man.
It's the kind of thing where you can never really relax fully. Like
yeah.
once you see those numbers, you have to figure out what to do as soon as possible because those people are watching right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing I tell a lot of like new artists, like being your A&R rep for the label, like that. I think that was like one of the first things I told you. I was like, everyone's gonna say congratulations, and you're gonna have to be like, bro, the hard work just started.
Really?
Like
That's
I'm
really
like,
it, too.
it's genuinely like that's when it starts. I'm like, everyone's like, oh man, getting signed, that's so cool, and I'm like, yeah, ish.
You don't even get time to celebrate it.
Yeah, there's no time.
I'm like, you get signed and deliverables start coming like through email. Like you need this, and this, and you're like, oh.
Great.
And as soon as that song releases, it's like, what's up with the next song? And you're like, dude, what the like it's quick.
100%.
You like the tempo becomes very different. Like you have to like constantly be looking at it as like, all right, are we writing new music after this? Okay, we're done with we're done with that last record, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Let's start writing some new stuff. And it's like you don't let off the gas, because then like people are like, oh bro, like where you guys been? You haven't released new music in 2 years. What the fuck? And you're like,
100%.
oh, we're just touring. Oh yeah. And, like big bands do that all the time, but it's like
It depends.
you have to get there first.
Exactly.
Yeah, once you get to a point where your audience is set in place and you have a solid foundation that's enough to tour off of,
Yeah.
then like because touring is where the money is a lot of the time. You're not going to make your living off of the royalties.
No.
But when you're first starting out, you have to release music as much as possible.
Yep.
I like the idea of even just spitfiring singles
Yeah.
these days, because you get a lot of bang for your buck off
Oh,
of
yeah.
releasing a single song at a time, and not even talking about an album really, just
No.
like consistently
You're
releasing.
just waterfalling them all, and then
Yeah.
eventually
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you have 5 singles that came out, and it's on under one EP, and you're like, okay, cool, that's tight.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
But,
the
like,
body of work right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
that within itself, and then like 6 to 8 weeks later, here comes another one.
Absolutely.
And people were like, "Oh damn, that's crazy! Like they're releasing more music," and you're like, "Yeah, dude, this
You
is-
have to.
You,
have
ha-
to.
you literally
have to stay on
have
the
to."
pulse, dude. There's no other option.
No,
Right. Actually, an interesting example right now, which I don't know if you are, but we'll find out right now. I know you and I are both a fan of Sache 6.
Yeah.
What they're doing right
dude,
now,
They're crushing it.
they released Limerence, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I saw them at Warped Tour in Orlando last year, and they are now, you know how
shout out Peter, I love you.
Yeah. I mean, you know how on Spotify you can see when like an album and it just says track one,
Yeah.
like all the way down.
Yeah, yeah.
You can pre-save it.
Yeah.
So they released Limerence. They got all this attention,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then they signed to Sumerian.
Yeah,
Right.
They signed
And
to
now,
Sumerian.
now they have how many tracks? It was a long album, maybe 12, 13 tracks. It's a long one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
when I saw Peter at Orlando with you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking to him, he was like, "Yeah, we have a whole new record coming," and I was like, "Fuck yes!"
Yeah.
I was
So-
like,
so-
bro, they're so sick.
For bands watching at home, that is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to find a way to capture the audience, make sure that a bunch of new people are paying attention, just discovered you, and then you have an album ready to go.
Yeah, yeah, dead ass.
They sign to a label, and immediately there is a plan in place. You cannot allow yourself to find that moment and not be prepared for it.
You have to strike while the iron's hot, 100%.
Yes.
Once you get that momentum, you have to keep it rolling because it will stop immediately.
And don't let anybody tell you like, "Oh man, like you guys are just doing it for the streams or whatever," and you're like, "Isn't that the name of the game though?"
Exactly.
I'm like, ain't nobody getting paid from streams, bro.
No.
No,
Like we ain't making shit
Yeah.
off of streams, bro. Like I'm like, the name of the game is the clout like image, because a band at 100,000 monthly listeners, like cool, great, awesome, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. The only thing that opens for them is to be able to tour.
Exactly. Just
That-
bigger
I'm like,
opportunities.
Yeah, that's the opportunities are there.
Yeah.
Where if you're sitting at 1,000, you're probably gonna get told no like a million times.
Yeah.
But at 100,000, like nobody's gonna say no. Really, they're gonna be like,
Exactly.
yeah, dude, totally.
Yeah.
And like it's less frequent, I should say. It's less frequent to be turned down because you have a little bit of that notoriety. But like the name of the game is get the streams, get the monthly listeners up, do the thing, and then your fans will follow and pack in the house. So it's just keep going.
It's all building
Strike
blocks,
while
man.
the
Yeah.
iron is
100%.
hot.
The thing is, there's a number of factors that will show that your band has a following.
Yeah.
Yes, your band has to exist online. And when people first look you up, I think Spotify is a very common tool. Like where if somebody wants to know how your band is doing, they look at your Spotify.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Even if
They judge off of your monthlies. Like,
100%.
Yeah.
That's just the
It's
name.
a-
regardless if they think or not, like they do it.
it's
100%
one of the
true.
most important numbers when people are looking up your band for the first time. But
Yeah.
also, maybe this is a California thing with hardcore everywhere. But I've seen bands that have like 200 monthly listeners. They don't have really like a large online following, but they're posting videos of the most ridiculous crowds.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's because hardcore is a grassroots, like if you know kind of thing.
Right.
People show up to these events and this band looks like it's on top of the world, but they barely exist on the internet.
Yeah.
But it's hard to know what the most important thing to do is to get yourself on tour. So actually, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Your band recently started touring.
Yep.
And you have a tour coming up, right?
Yeah,
so,
correct.
what do you recommend a new band prioritize when they're first starting out and trying to get to, like, accomplish the goal of getting on the road? What would you recommend they start with at first?
Dude, so I think like really getting your hometown and like the surrounding areas padded out is like the number one goal for a newer band.
The Army.
Exactly, because you got to have a home base to come back to.
Yeah.
I was talking to the guys from Great American Ghost a couple years ago. They were out here on a tour. They were getting ready to link up with the Ghost Inside. They were doing some like one-offs to kind of build up to that. And I was asking them, I'm like, you know, just trying to pick through their brains, like, how did you get here? You know, what would you recommend a band of my size? And their thing was, if you can draw 100 kids in your hometown on any given night, then you're ready to tour. If you're not, or if you can't do that, then you're not ready to tour. At least, you know, regionally. You can go
Yeah.
on weekend runs. That's a totally different name.
Yeah,
name of the
That's
game,
facts.
It's a good way to dip into
I
the road.
I
life.
Exactly,
definitely
yeah.
agree with that statement.
But you
Like,
have to have
lot.
you have to have a following at home before you can go get a following elsewhere. It just doesn't make sense to throw everything at the wall and then try to see what sticks necessarily. You got to have something strong to come back to.
Yeah, just
Right.
don't tour for the sake of touring.
Exactly.
Because you want to. Like it's like you got to tour smart.
Exactly.
Yeah,
gotta-
you will lose your ass on the road if you do it that way.
you'll lose
Yeah.
everything, dude.
And I could say that from experience. by the
Same.
way.
Our
Oh,
first
yeah,
tour was the
100%.
same way, man. We had no following out here. We tried to go up to Seattle. We played to like 4 people the whole tour. Like, this is sick. We're on tour. And I was like,
Yeah.
it was sick. It was fun. But it's like, what are we doing? Like, we could have spent that time at home.
The traveling is fun.
Oh, yeah.
It really is, and it's
Dude.
tempting to hit the road early.
Yeah.
But you want to show up to, I mean, not necessarily a packed room. Obviously, you want a packed room,
Of
but you
course.
want to show up knowing that that city was waiting for you to some degree.
Exactly.
And
Run
showing,
meta ads.
Yes.
Meta ads are
Yeah.
important.
So important, dude.
target that. Yeah, definitely. If you're looking to book a tour,
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
off by targeting the cities you want to hit. You got to find ways to let people know that you're coming before you announce the tour, because if you say, "Hey, we're going on tour," and nobody knows about you yet,
Yeah.
like people don't buy show tickets just to give you a shot. People are going to buy the
Exactly.
show ticket when they already know what they're going to see on the
100%.
stage.
Yeah, my biggest piece of advice, like for like touring and stuff like that, is like okay, like yeah, like the 100 rule, like yeah, that's perfect. And then when you start getting ready to announce the tour, before you announce the tour, you need to have all those ticket links. You need to set up a pixel. You need to set up your meta ads, have them for a certain amount of time, and the minute everything goes live, those ads go live. And people need to know where you're at. And you can like do a couple bucks a day. And it's a lot of money going out. But I will tell you, if you do it the right way, we went on our last tour with Gouged, who's now signed to Overshadow, and we didn't play to an empty room ever. Even in this small town called Roseburg, which was like, it was a super small like town,
Where's Roseburg?
Oregon.
Oregon, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
super tiny place. Baller venue, though. But it was packed, and I was like, oh, shit. And somebody walks up and is like, dude, I found out about this show because of your ad. And I was like, tight. So
That's
That's
a
sick.
validating thing
yeah,
to
I'm
hear,
like,
huh?
Yeah.
it hella works, and it wasn't just on that date. It was on multiple dates that we had people being like, "Oh yeah, we saw your guys' ad and we bought a ticket because we liked what you guys were doing." And I'm like, so that's important. That's like very important, and you gotta like do the marketing aspect of it, and like really like you gotta build it, because if you believe in your music, the way I say it is always like, "Oh man, like we're not big because people haven't found us yet."
That's it too, man.
Like you got to believe in your craft enough to be like, people are gonna love what we do when they hear it,
Exactly.
and so you got to dive into that more.
Yeah, if you don't love what you're doing, nobody else is gonna love what you're doing.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's like the bands that go out there and just try to write like octane core music just to get big. You can tell. You can tell that it's false and it's empty, and you can tell who's actually out there like writing what they love. You know what I mean? And if it catches on, great. And if it doesn't, that's the mentality you have to have being a musician. You can't expect to get the numbers, especially in heavy music. You guys know how that goes.
Right.
Oh,
There's
man,
there's
that's a grind.
There's a ton of people out there that like it, but we're not Harry Styles at the end of the day. There's people aren't just gonna pop it on to pop it on. So
Yeah.
you gotta love what you're doing so that they can love what you're doing too.
I like the way you phrase that.
Yeah.
Because it's a very saturated market. You know, people like us who just love music and we've centered our life around it. We're gonna go looking for music, right? But
Right.
if you want to break into your niche, because every band has a niche,
Oh yeah.
you have to be your own number one fan, like you're saying, and you have to unapologetically just scream it from the mountaintops.
Yep.
Like an example that I keep thinking about, one that I'm personally hooked on right now, is Downswing.
Dude, I love Downswing.
That new album,
So good.
not only is it great music, and you know we think it's great music. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but it happens to be right up our alley.
Right.
But the thing that I noticed about that marketing plan is that I was hearing the hook to that single, For What It's Worth,
Yeah, yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Like you know, a lot of people are on social media on a daily basis.
Oh yeah.
And it needs to be flooding people's algorithms, because the more you post, the more you're going to discover who likes your type of music.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say I was overexposed to it, but damn near I was like, I have to stop going on Instagram because I'm going to get sick of this shit.
Yeah, you knew the words before the song even dropped.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
They identified that viral 60 seconds and they just kept posting it. And actually, Resistor is another one.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
Resistor?
Oh, dude, yeah.
From New
Absolutely.
York?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen so many comments where they their fans are like, not their fans actually, these are their haters that are saying this, that are sick of them posting the same section of the same song, because they post like every single day. They're so good with their content, but they're blowing up right now because of it.
Yeah, look at where they're at.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you can't be looking at it like you're posting for the same people every time. You have to
No.
you're looking to discover one new person every post.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah. There's so many bands that like it seems gimmicky, but you really do have to keep posting the same like hook or something like in different settings, and like the name of the game is content. Like it's crazy to think about that, and it's like I'm doing this whole like day whatever of the life of a struggling musician, and it's like I'm doing the same shit I do every day. It's nothing different, but weirdly enough, people are into that shit. They love watching this stuff because it makes you remember like, oh yeah, dog, like that's the grind. I get that.
And they can relate to that. Like me
Yeah.
watching you do it, I'm like, I understand what he's going through today. You're in the studio with Nick, just trying to stay awake. I'm like, I feel you.
Yeah, you're like, I work nights, dog. Like, and then people are like, how you doing? And I'm like,
Yeah.
just dead.
Yep.
How's that for you? What do you do outside of music, like day job kind of thing?
So I'm a DSP. Me, Rex, and Dylan in my band, we all work as DSPs with autistic adults at a live-on facility out in Sonoma.
Okay.
So we all live in Yuba City, so we drive 100 miles out there, take care of our guys, make sure they're good, get them through their day-to-day, and then we go be musicians at night. It's
Wow.
Definitely a inverse. It's definitely a flip.
Yeah, the different. It's gonna feel quite a bit different than the band life, huh?
100%, dude.
Not just what you're doing, but any day job, really, because there's
Yeah.
not a lot of musicians that only do music. If you accomplish that, if you are able to make that your 100% of, like we want to make this podcast and our music as well. We all want it, but
Yeah.
everybody has something that they
You
do.
have to, yeah.
Yeah. to keep it going. I mean, that's an amazing line of work, though.
Yeah, thank you, man. I enjoy it. Like being a caregiver is one of my, I feel like, life's duties. You know what I mean? It makes me happy. Just as much as being a musician makes me happy. So it's really cool that I can kind of merge my two worlds together.
For sure.
But like I said, it's definitely a different ballpark, you know, caregiving by the day, and then you go up on stage in front of a couple hundred people at night, and it's like, holy shit, I'm really living this life.
Yeah. What's the schedule like for the DSP life?
So it's like 14 hours a day.
Long days.
It's like 8 to 10 usually every day. You know, you go out there, you do your thing, boom, 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 and then you try to find time to run the meta ads or talk to, you know, like scheduling a tour in between all of that is definitely challenging, but it's not for the weak of heart. But if you want it bad enough, you'll go get it. That's always my mentality. If you want it bad enough, you'll get it.
That's something that's pretty common with creators, isn't it?
Yeah, dude.
We always find ourselves doing more than the average person because we have to.
You have to.
Like otherwise, we just stop doing the creative stuff and we just work the day job, which is what a lot of people do, and nothing wrong with that. Everybody has to survive.
Exactly. We all got bills.
Yeah, but I mean, the way I feel personally is that the creative drive doesn't go away.
Yeah, it never does. You can't get rid of that.
Yeah,
you're a good example of that too, because I know you were out of the game for a little while, and it was always calling back to you. And I can understand that too.
Can't run away from this shit.
Word up.
Yeah, we took a year off. Like
Mike Terry taught me that one. He's
Yep.
like, you can't walk away from this. No matter what you do, it's always gonna call you back. I'm like,
exactly.
Damn,
It
he
really
said
will.
that, and I was like,
It really will. We took like a
you're
year
so
off.
right.
I think it was 2022, 21, right after the pandemic. Came back and it was really cool. You guys know how it was.
Yeah,
After
it
the
was
pandemic,
weird.
it was booming, dude. You could fill a room on a Tuesday night and have all locals. It was insane.
It was so cool to see.
It was so sick, but as soon as that started dying off, we were still super new to the game of like, you know, actually like not just playing like storage containers in Fairfield.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. So we kind of took a year off. We were like, do we really want to do this? Like, are we about this? And the whole time, the whole year off, I was like, I got to get back to it. I don't know what I got to do, but I have to get back to it. It's like a drug, man. You can't get away from it.
Yeah, and you know what? If you want to look at it from a slightly different perspective, it's not a detriment necessarily that you have to do it on top of also holding down a day job, because for me it provides purpose.
Right.
I know that the harder I work, you are one of the best examples of this, because you work during the day and you work during the night, and then you sleep in the studio right before we start shooting this podcast. You got to get your rest, you know?
you right.
You get your rest in between, but you're always working, and I feel like it provides a reason to work that hard. If we know the harder we work, the more we get to invest in our craft, because our paychecks get bigger. We turn around and we put it into, you know, what we love to do, our passion.
Right.
And in that way, I think the creative juices will make you work harder than the average person, because you have to in order to justify doing this on top of that as well.
Exactly, yeah.
There has to be intent as to why you're doing something. If you don't do something
Yes.
with intention, you're just simply doing it. Because monetary value does not mean crap in this world. Like what, $350? That's gone. Am I ever getting that back? Fuck no. Absolutely not.
Not unless Celsius sponsors the podcast.
Sponsor the podcast, Celsius.
Please, God. Hey, if Craig can get the Monster endorsement for Downbeat, you guys can get the Celsius. I know this is happening, baby.
Celsius X.
I work.
I'd buy it.
I work doubles a
Please.
lot.
Celsius
Help the boy
makes
out.
our workful possible.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Honestly, yeah, and it's a pina colada. So
Yeah.
Culture.
Yeah. I mean, you were
This is
talking about the $3.50 that is gone, right? But that gave you the kick to get through a long day.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that is the reason that, you know, the
there's
money is
there's
whatever.
an intention reason, right? Like it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I know I'm tired. I'm gonna take a nap, and then I'm gonna wake up, and I'm gonna need a little pep in my step. Okay,
Yep.
boom, there, done.
Which is worth a lot more than $3.50 to you.
Exactly, and
You know?
zero sugar.
There you go. I still have not received a DM from Celsius, by the way.
Not yet.
I
Still working on that.
don't know.
On it right now, guys.
Yeah.
Chris has got you guys.
Our producer's gonna get that. Clip this. Help me. Tag Celsius. We need their help. Specifically me.
Just Greg.
Specifically me. I'm Tyred.
Next episode, we're gonna have Celsius all over the table. I'm calling you,
Dude, I will cry. I will literally cry. I'd be like, "How you doing, Greg?" And be like, "I'm fine.
I'm awake.
I'm doing
good, guys. I got
Yeah.
the Celsius, man. They've endorsed us."
100%, man.
I love that.
Sponsorships and endorsements, they really help, don't they?
Oh, bro.
I don't know. I don't
That's-
have one yet.
No,
Let me stop shilling. Let me stop
It's a-
shilling.
Well, then plug yourself right now.
Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Dawn.
Yet.
Dawn Tina.
Dontina
Dawn
Turner.
Tina Turner.
You really should make that your
Yeah,
Instagram.
that's
I'm
definitely-
telling you, bro.
Like,
It's
I feel
coming.
like Dontina Turner for your Instagram handle has like got to be like one of those ones that people are like, I'm just gonna follow you because your name is funny.
Dude, I feel like that already happened. So on Instagram, my name's Donnie Don't Surf, and a lot of people come up to me at shows that have never met me, and they're like, "What's up, Donnie?" I don't go by Donnie. I never have.
There you go.
It's not like offensive. But I'm like, I can tell that you know me because of social media, and this is kind of a cool metric.
There you go.
That's always a cool thing, though.
Yeah.
For sure. If you have a memorable handle, I mean, people might remember that, and then they'll notice what you do, and those two things stick together.
It's all about finding your hook,
It's-
man. That's
yeah.
really it.
Yeah, I've definitely had people recognize me as Metalcore Vanilla Ice, like, and not even know my name to this day. I played a show in North Carolina one time, and it was the bouncer. I was pulling up for my sound check, and nobody was there. The show hadn't started yet. But first thing when I walk up, he looked me up and down, and he probably never even seen my Instagram. This is how I know that the handle is the right thing for me. He said, "Hey, what'd it feel like when Suge Knight hung you out that window?"
Damn.
Never met me in my life.
Damn.
I was like, you know what? I'm still getting through it. I'm recovering a little bit.
figuring
Freaked
that
me
one
out
out.
a bit. But so I guess I got it right. Metalcore Vanilla. Actually, it was Chris Franzak who called me that.
I'm hella weak.
And
That's
like
That's some shit.
That's
he
some
would
Chris
say.
Wood
That is something
say.
he would say for
That
sure.
would definitely be some shit he would say.
he called me
a Franzism.
Vanilla Ice, and I was like, I'm just gonna lean into it at this point, because he wasn't the first person.
Yeah.
I've gotten the
Shit.
comparison.
Shout out Franz for giving you your Instagram
I
handle.
know, dude.
Yeah, no. So, but you just got to make your Instagram like branded around yourself, something that people are gonna see and like, yup, that makes sense.
I get that one. Yeah, everybody's
they'll
attention
remember
span.
you.
Everybody's attention span is so short. So
Yeah.
if you can hook them in immediately, then you're there.
Right.
And then, like we talked about, if you can keep the attention, that's what it's all about. But you want to get something that's like, what the hell is that? Like
Right.
metalcore vanilla ice. Like,
Like,
what?
I want to
speaking
know
of
more.
that, like doing something that like people don't know. Cause like honestly, like I saw you pick up a guitar once, and I was like, huh, wait, what the fuck? I was like, what the?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know you played guitar. How long's that been a thing?
Dude, so my first band was called Cataclysmic Assault, and I was the guitarist to that band.
You just like beating people up and killing them.
I guess so, dude. I guess very violent. A lot of violence.
Cataclysmic Assault.
It's a mouthful, dude.
I-
Eric Rushing was the one that told us, he's like, you guys should change that name. Everybody's like, change your band names. And I'm like, you know what? You guys have a point. So if somebody tells me to change Seaside Massacre, I don't know what we're going to go by, dude. Like a second's notice.
Coming up with band names is my least favorite thing to do.
We're gonna rip you off, bro.
Rip off.
I'm going to rip you off, bro. Dude, I know. I hate coming up with band names. It is the hardest thing on God's green earth.
Oh, dude, God, fuck. Literally, that's how I found a moment's notice. I was like, what do you want me to do? Freaking come up with a band name at a moment's notice? And I was like, wait a minute.
Like, oh.
That's how it happens.
Wait a
yeah,
minute.
yeah.
Trip over it. Wait a minute. Hold on.
I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. A moment's notice. And he was like, oh, sounds like a pop punk band. And
Yeah.
I was like, but we're not. And he's like,
But what if we weren't?
I like that idea.
But yeah, dude.
Shout out Nick Miller.
I've played guitar for like that was my first instrument. Like,
Damn.
I didn't even know I was ever gonna be a screamer. I honestly did it because my first band, our singer, some T here, he went to prison because behind our backs he was kind of a piece of shit. And we didn't know that. We're all young. We're like 17, 18. So we're like, oh, this guy's cool. He was like 22. So we were like, oh, he knows what he's doing. He's the one that knew Eric Rushing, so they communicated and stuff. And we're like, let him drive the boat. Nah, he's not driving the boat, dog. He's he's actively sinking the boat. So we had a show at Boardwalk with Head PE, and then our singer is in prison. And so
Okay.
I was like, well, we have to honor the show. So I got on vocals. I was ass. I was a 2-pack of ass. But I was like, this is fun. Like, I could really get behind this. And then one thing led to another, and here we are.
So you learned the vocals after you already had stepped on stage as a vocalist.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're like, you know what? This makes more sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, this just feels right. And then we were playing bass and singing in Atomic Flounder. Took that away. Seaside Massacre, only vocals. So
Wow.
Damn. So yeah, you just kind of had this like whole progression of like, yep, right place, right time. Kind of just did it, and now I'm here.
Everything fell in place, man. 100%.
I mean-
the universe just spoke to you.
It really did. I was like,
Yeah.
you're gonna be a vocalist. I was like, all right, I can do that.
Okay.
You're like, I can write some stuff.
I think I can do this.
I
I
can-
can make some noises.
I'd love to try vocals. I just can't bring myself to like drill that while I'm also practicing drums.
It's a grind, dude. A lot of people
yeah.
think vocals are easy, and I get it.
No,
It seems
God.
easy, but there's so much to it. Like,
Be like, what's her name from Skillet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jen Ledger. Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, she sings though. I would learn some gutturals or something.
See, but like recording with Nick, you know.
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
Shout out Nick.
Yeah, Nick Miller. Okay, like for those like have never seen the movie Whiplash, go watch it. It's an amazing movie.
100%.
But I will tell you right now, Nick is the nice version of that teacher. Where he's like, not my timing.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to work on that timing.
Yep.
Are you wondering why I just
Not
hurled a
that
chair at your head, Neiman?
Yeah,
Just throwing things at the booth. Oh.
not my time.
Get it together!
Pretty fucking much. Dude, I as a vocalist, like when you're in the studio and you have a producer that gives a shit about what you're doing, he will drill you over and over, and you'll do the same thing, and you'll be like, just punch that line in, and then you're like, nope, it's on the downbeat. Nope, it's on this. Nope, it's on that, and you're just like,
Yep.
hey, dude.
They
And
should be like a drill sergeant.
It's
Yeah, for real.
brutal. It's so brutal, and then it's like you get like tongue twisted on a word, and you're like, "Wow, that word, like something stupid." Like it's usually like some word that you're like, "I could say this normally," but like, go try to scream it, and then you're like, "It just bleh.
Syllables don't make sense
Syllables
anymore.
don't
Yeah.
make sense."
Like-
I'm like, the cadence is wrong. Like, there's so many things that go absolutely fucky in the studio, and then you're just like, "Yeah, I gotta change that."
Yep.
Or like you like do it too good, and then you're like, "I just fucked myself."
Yeah, for any bands who like want to get in the studio, haven't recorded any music yet, please do not be discouraged if you don't feel like you actually are as good as you thought. Like when you step in the studio, you will feel that microscope. You will feel
Yep.
like
100%, man.
less accurate than you ever have as a musician because you're hearing the click in your head and like, like, am I hitting this the way that I should have been in practice?
Yeah.
Like, am I as good as I thought? Don't even ask yourself those questions. It's just a discipline. It's a
And go to a producer who is very hands-on, that
Yeah.
wants to make you
Who-
play the best music. Like
who will
if-
push your boundaries.
Exactly. If your
100%.
producer's just like, good take.
Yeah.
Like you're not, bro.
can't grow in
like
that
I'm
environment,
like, yeah, you're not gonna grow. Like it's just like when your friends are like, oh man, how was my set? And then they're like, it was great, and you're like, you're an asshole. Tell
Yeah.
me what I fucked up on. Like
Yeah, what was good? What was
Greg,
bad?
Can we run that back real quick?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
yeah.
fucked up that take, dude. Again.
Come on,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, hit it again. Come on.
Yeah, fuck that take. Like, and sometimes you gotta make a joke out of it too. Like,
Yep.
I mean, like, dude, we played with Left to Suffer, and it was literally like Tyler started the backtrack at the wrong time, and I sat there and I like kind of like looked at him, and he like smiled at me, and I was like, I'm gonna crack a fucking joke, and I was like, and just me being me. And the rest of my band is a bunch of fucking assholes. We all just talk shit to each other. And I was just like, yeah, nope, we're going to try that again. Okay, this time, but like better. And I'm like, everyone, boo him. And he's in the background going, boo.
He's booing himself.
He's booing himself. And like, that's like our dynamic in our band. So it was hilarious. And I was just like, I had to make a joke off of it to make it like not a fuck up that would be like detrimental to the show. And people would be like, oh yeah, they fucked up. But
Yeah.
Yep.
be like, fat fingered the fucking keyboard. Shit happens.
It happens.
Do you have a story about your first time in the studio?
My very first time in the studio was
First-
actually...
first tracking experience, maybe. Yeah.
Dude, so I got two different ones. So my first one was at Mayhemness Studios with Bob, just over there. If you guys know Bob, I don't know.
I
but
know.
He was sick, dude, but that was in Cataclysmic Assault, and I was just doing guitar. And I
Okay.
was so bad, dog. I could not play timing-wise. Had red light syndrome hella bad. I was like, I don't know why I can't play these riffs. I felt so bad because he had to like chop all my stuff up and make it make sense. And I was like, this guy fucking hates me. But he made a really great product, especially for what it was at the time. So I was stoked on that. And then my first time screaming in a studio was crazy.
Okay.
It was with the Audio Edge Recordings Tom, and he was you know, he was willing to push me, but I don't think he was pushing me enough because like those early recordings are good, but I feel like they could have been better.
Yeah.
And I was just so nervous. Like I was like, damn, like under a microscope, like you were talking about.
Yeah.
Am I hitting these lows? Are these highs good? Is this gonna sound like ass when we get done? Like everything's riding on it, and it's your first couple songs. So like if your first song sucks, you know, it's just gonna be like it's gonna be a downswing.
Yeah, you got to build yourself up again.
Yeah, dude,
It's
but
kinda
going in with Nick, the first time I worked with him was with the band Still Counting. I was a guest feature on one of their songs. And I was like, dude, I get to meet Nick Miller. Like, I love A Skylit Drive. I was just geeked. And he actually pushed me, like, in the right direction. He's like, I know you can hit this just a little more solid. Like, let's get it. Boom, boom, boom. And that was my favorite recording at the time. And I was like, dude, my favorite recording is a guest spot on somebody else's song. We gotta shift, you know, we gotta figure out how to get this going.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, by the time we actually really started working with Nick, thankfully I already had a little experience with him. And it's like a match made in heaven, not to be corny, but like
No, he's the best.
that dude is the best. Like he will push you in ways you didn't even know you could go in. Like he's got me
Yeah.
singing in the studio and I was like, I didn't even know I could do that. He's like, you got this, bro. Just nail this
Yeah.
shit.
I would say you should be discovering things that you didn't realize you were capable of if you're with the right producer in the studio. That was Cody Fuentes for me.
Yeah.
He's a drummer himself, obviously, and I have so fun tracking with him because he does it in the nicest way possible, like where he acts like you don't even have feelings, but he's not rude or mean or anything like that. He just says like, let's do that one again. You could do better.
Right.
Like it's
Yeah,
real simple,
that's the
real
way-
casual.
That's the way Nick is too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nick's like the nicest person in the world, but he's very critical
Yeah.
of how you do it. And he's like, I don't record
Yeah.
shitty music. And I'm like, that's tight.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
Like, I'm like, he doesn't want to record crappy music. He's like, my name's on this. I'm going to make it sick.
Exactly.
So, like, I respect that as a producer and a musician himself. Like, to sit there and go, like, look, like, I'm just as invested.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He's got
And
skin in
I'm
the game
like-
too. Yeah.
That's tight.
That does show that they care.
Yeah.
That's
if he's invested into what you're doing as if he was a member of the band, that's pretty massive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, they're an extension of the band. And without, like, I mean, you look at some of these amazing producers and they're truly gifted. Like meeting Sam Pura at NAMM, like, dude has a platinum record from one of my favorite pop punk records ever. And I'm like, he was so cool to talk to just because I got to know him better. But it's like people are like, yo, dude, he's hardcore in the studio. And I'm like, I could tell.
Yeah.
Like, I know what it looks like. Like, he doesn't play games. When it's time to work, it's time to work. When it's time to play games, it's time to play games. But people like that they're the ones that you want to work with.
Yeah, they'll
Like-
drag the best out of you for sure.
Yeah, they will make you a better musician. And if you're not striving to be better every single time, just not doing it.
100%.
You want to level up every single song. Every single song is like
Every time.
you're just getting that much better at what you're doing.
Yeah.
The less comfortable you are, the better.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
Yeah.
That's where
If you're
growth
like,
happens.
oh fuck, I gotta learn how to do that right the first time, we're good. But Don, man, super fucking good having you, man. It's
been a
like,
pleasure,
it's
guys.
like it's nice to like finally get you on here as a guest and not just somebody who listens to the podcast.
Absolutely.
Which is tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
We
man.
appreciate you
sick.
coming out, man.
Anytime,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Anytime.
With that being said, y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Links for all of Seaside and all of Don's projects are going to be below in the bio. And look for Don Tina Turner as his new Instagram handle. So, appreciate y'all. Be crazy.